Hello everyone and welcome back to old school Minecraft survival, old school modded Minecraft survival. So today we are going to be building our house atop this wonderful mountain island that we found in the last episode. So right now my plans for this place is I want to make a nice little cottage. And to do that we're gonna have to start by gathering some wood. I don't have an axe, and I don't have my smelter set up, so we're just going to make ourselves a nice quick axe real quick. That was the wrong place to put that. We need this here. So I believe for an axe, we are going to need an axe head, and we should have the other stencils needed. So we're going to drop that in there, and then we're going to... Do we not have any flint? I should chuck inside my backpack. Flint, 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 where are you, good old Flint? I don't want to have to make a whole smelter setup that I'm going to have to destroy in a second anyways. So please have some flint with us. Thank you very much. Flint, Flint, Flint. And do we have wood? We should have some wood somewhere that we can use for like the handle. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so let's go ahead and start making ourselves our pieces, and this is just again going to be something very quick and temporary, so we don't have to really worry a whole lot about chopping down trees taking forever. Okay, that's right, we need to use wood for the binding as well, and just like that we can now make ourselves, we don't even need the binding, we can now make ourselves a lovely axe. And it is nighttime, so we're gonna go to bed. And so yeah, I want to make a cottage, and I want to make it something that's actually expandable. So we're gonna start out by kind of mining this top layer here. We don't really need it, and it's just gonna kind of limit the flat ground we have for the starting part of our house. I'm gonna have to bring all of these building blocks down a little bit, but I'm not too worried about bringing those down because I have an axe now and it's not a lot of blocks. If it was the whole super smelter or the whole like smelter setup, it would be a different story, but it's not, so we don't have to worry about it. I do wish we could use vein miner, but I don't want to get rid of like a bunch of grass in the area, so for now we're not using vein miner, or I guess the excavation mod rather. So that should be good enough for my tastes for now. And we're gonna just start chopping down some trees, just so we can get some framing blocks for us. We should also put our binding template back in our chest, as well as... Okay, we can't put the bindings in there. That's fine, though. So, unfortunately, I am going to need some more blocks that I just don't have right now in order to get everything set up how I want in terms of like color and stuff. So we are going to start with just like a simple wooden sort of setup for now. But that's fine because I think we can do a lot with just some simple wooden materials. And cypress log. We can get some cypress wood planks, which I think will look really nice for the floor. And yeah, we're gonna start setting this up. So, with this build, I want to just start off with a room off to the side that we can use. I don't really want to have it be symmetrical or anything, but I do want it to be something that we can kind of expand on. So we're going to build it out to like here, I think should give us enough room to start. And then we're going to put our stair, or not our stair, but our entrance like right here. And actually I'm going to lay chests down so that we can start doing stuff now that we have the shape of the house set up. So we're going to put all this stuff that we don't need in here for now. And go into our backpack. We do have cobblestone, which is good. We're going to probably swap out quite a few of the materials in this house for something a little nicer later on. And we're going to do that for the entrance shape. Just because I like to have a little bit of inset, a little bit of contrast. And we're going to pull out the oak now and start building this up. And And this might be a little bit of an ugly house for now, just because we don't really have a ton of materials. But, you know, it'll be our nice little ugly cabin, and that's a-okay. And we should probably leave some room for windows. Not a ton of windows are needed. I think it would be nice to just have something like that. And then maybe one out the side here. Or maybe two out the side. We can do something like that, and then we could do something sort of like that, maybe? How does that look from the outside? That looks pretty solid, I think. Yeah. And now we can continue building stuff up, and we're gonna actually do a little bit of that. Bring these up 3, just to get some nice tall windows. And this is almost going to be sort of like a modern little thing. Also, I totally forgot that since you don't get lowered down from crouching anymore, it does make it harder to build downward, which is quite interesting. I don't like how it swapped out my oak for the other type of wood when we had more oak left. That is a little bit of a shame, but oh well. Bring that over to finish that window frame. And we're going to bring this up one more just to give us some height contrast, because I think that looks quite nice. And now we're going to break some of the trees that are in front of our house just so we have a little bit more of a view. Get some good framing going on in front of the house. I love vein miner for trees. It is great. I love vein miner for other stuff as well, but it just makes a lot of sense for trees, I think, because there's not a ton of wood on any given tree. I do actually wish this mod pack had the tree feller mod instead, though, because I do like that it does the whole tree and it takes a little bit longer, but it takes the whole thing down for you. It just feels a little better, in my opinion anyways. Whereas this is kind of like a band-aid solution to all materials. That works better, I think, specifically for trees. So, I've been going at this series for a couple days now, and I want to ask you guys if you have any suggestions for anything you would like to see from it, whether that's improvements to the editing style or just sort of builds or mods you think I should explore, because I have not played modded in a while, so there's probably a lot of really cool mods I just don't know about that would make things a lot more interesting or make my life easier in this series. So, yeah, let me know down in the comments. Go ahead and leave that comment. And while you're at it, go ahead and like and subscribe if you're enjoying the series. I hope you are. I have been enjoying playing it so far. And I would like to keep going and do what I can to make this a more fun thing for everyone else to enjoy. You may have noticed some improvements already to this series as I've been going along these first couple of days. For example, I improved my audio balancing, I added some background music, and now you may or may not notice that my voice is a lot more clear in the mic, and that's because I found my desktop mic mount, and it is now sitting directly in front of my face, instead of being on a mic arm that kind of doesn't quite reach right in front of my face anymore, so my voice is kind of in the background. That should be fixed now, which is great. And I'm hoping that it makes the audio quality a lot more clear in this episode. So how do we want to do this roof? I think for this roof, we are going to have it, I think I'm going to make it sort of sloped off unevenly. So we're going to do something like this, and like this, and then maybe we'll do a little bit of something like this. So that gets us like that, and then we bring this over like this, and now it is, yeah, I think that'll be a good shape. And I don't want to do anything on this side for now, just because I think that will kind of sort of make it not quite how I want it to look, or not necessarily how I want it to look, but it's going to get in the way of expanding, because I want to expand going this way at some point. And maybe actually for that same reason, we should cover up these windows and put them on the other wall over here. So we do a little bit of that, walk on over here, bring these up, And let's just make sure that the math works here, so we can go over here. And we've got a gap of 2, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a bit of extra height to this middle window. And so that's going to kind of frame it nice. And we're going to add like a bit sticking out, because I do want this to actually be the far side of the house long term. I think that would look really nice. Now we are at a point where we need some ladders to keep building efficiently. So 1, 2, 3, there we go. We'll do another set just so we have 6 ladders instead. And oh, that's right. And now we can do a little bit of something like that. So I'm gonna have that sort of stick out in the design. And we're gonna bring this up one a little, I think. Yeah, there we go. So now we just need the right blocks for like the roof and stuff. And I think I want to use, for now, cobblestone. I'm not sold on this cypress wood for the base. I'm a little struggling with that, I think. But for the meantime, I think while we're just trying to have a roof over our heads, it should be good enough. So let's go ahead and dive into our backpack and grab some sand and grab some coal, and we can start making some glass for windows. So we're gonna do that and that. I think we actually have some glass in one of our... Okay, so we didn't actually need to cook that at all, but that's fine because we're probably gonna use that at some point anyways. What? I don't know what I'm doing there. We're gonna do 32 just to be safe. And now we have ourselves a fully locked in home aside from a door, which will be pretty easy to make. There we go. And we're gonna go ahead and sleep. So this is our home so far. It's a little ugly, but you know, maybe that just means it's endearing and not ugly actually. No, it definitely means it's ugly, but we're gonna get around to fixing it. I do wish I had a red bed. I might try to find some red dye so I can adjust that. But for now, we are going to take our bed and we are going to make, I think probably right here, our sleeping spot. So we have our respawn set now. And we're gonna make this area over here our kitchen. I say kitchen, but it's gonna be more like a work center. Just so that we have a dedicated spot to do stuff. And we don't really have a good place to put our smelter right now, so I think I'm probably going to just put it outside. Maybe we'll make a basement in our house, actually, and that's where we can put the smelter. Oh my gosh, I need to find out what's... Let's kill the spider and then resolve our pick block button thing. Go away. I'm surprised that mobs were spawning, actually, during that small amount of night. It didn't seem like it was really that long at all, but I guess it was. Also, you know, actually, I was thinking about using some of these blocks, so maybe we will. Maybe I'll just, Oh, hey there! Maybe I'll just go ahead and vein mine some of those. And we might be able to get some pretty good colors out of that, I'm hoping anyways. That is going to mangle the landscape a little bit, but I'm actually mostly fine with that. So we're going to go inside of our house, and we're going to look up quarried stone. Oh, I have caps lock on. Quarried stone! What can we make out of it? Anything in the crafting bench? No? Facade crafting, smelting, we can make quarried block, cover crafting, alloy smelter, enchantments, drop processor, redstone furnace, rock crusher, and microblock crafting. What can we make out of quarried cobble? Stairs and slabs, okay. What can we make out of quarried block? Shaped crafting, we can make stairs and ornate quarried stone. And that's about it. We can make etched, and we can make bricks. I might actually like the bricks. So how did we make this again? It's smelting. Well, I guess we're gonna smelt it then, huh? And I'm going to take the sand out of here and drop in the quarried stone so that we can start that, because I think that would make a lot better of a block for our base, like the base layer of our house here. So that's what I'm gonna do. And so yeah, we're gonna get into building our basement out. I don't really have a good spot to put a staircase right now. Yeah, maybe for now I will move the bed over to here. And then we can put the staircase down to the basement right here. That's not... Because the plan is... Oh, right, I forgot to adjust the pick block thing. So we're gonna start this staircase right here, I think, would be good. I don't know what I want to have for the floor, actually. I guess quarried blocks would make a good floor, too. Base and floor, I don't know if that would look weird. I feel like limestone, actually, would be a good outside, and then it would make the inside floor, we could use quarried blocks, but we don't have access to that for now, so maybe we just do everything with quarried blocks for the meantime, and then switch out what we want with limestone later on. So we're gonna look up quarried stone bricks. Oh, it's just 1-to-1. Okay, that's pretty cool. And is the stone cutter in Et Futurum? Nope, we don't have the stone cutter. This is so tragic. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna lose a whole bunch of materials here. I think that should be good for the stairs there. Yeah, there we go. And let's go ahead and pull out some iron from our bag so that we can repair our pickaxe. Yay! And we're gonna have a lot of dirt to use for terraforming if we want, which is really nice. And we're also gonna want to make sure that we have torches handy so we can start lighting this area up so that no mobs spawn and kill us while we're building our house. Because that would be pretty bad now, wouldn't it? Oh, we already have torches on us, which is great. So no need to even get coal. And I'm hoping that we just won't need to really expand our smelter very much beyond what we're about to. Though maybe I could make like a chimney out of it. That could be good. Come to think of it, the smelter blocks could make a good roof for our house. With the seared bricks and stuff. So what we're going to do is I'm going to mine this out so that it's no longer connecting to other dirt. And now we can do that. And do that. Grab our fitted quarried stone and start kind of building up our flooring. And we can actually now see where our other stuff is, so we can line up our digging, which is nice. This shovel's definitely about to run out. Yep, there it is. Right as I'm saying it, too. It's like I knew something. And we're gonna dig this lower stuff out so that it's not connecting, because we don't want to destroy the landscape around our lovely home. That would be bad. And same up there. It's getting late, so we're gonna sleep. We're gonna have to parkour over to our bed, but that's fine because we are good. We're very good at the whole parkour thing. Gonna break the door down so we can place that, and then bring the door back. But yeah, I'm gonna want to replace the door with. I think I am gonna go the seared bricks route. Because now that I think about that idea, I really like it. And there we go. We have our base level. Or I guess not our base level, but the foundation of our basement set up. I think that's all the allowance of space we have for that. We did remove some torches down here, so we are going to place them in again. Just like that. And now we should have our full base level filled in as we want. And now we're gonna need a crazy amount of quartz. Not quartz. Words are not coming to me right now. A crazy amount of clay, sand, and gravel. So that we can make a bunch of grout and make the other colors that we want. As we want them. Now we are going to, please don't mind I was so worried it was going to take out the oak as well, so I'm very glad it didn't. So we're going to bring this in and bring it around like that. And so our home's not like fully completed anymore. That's okay though, because we still have 10 more blocks that are also not going to complete it. So we're going to have to go back to that little patch of material there and get more, which is okay. At least it looks kind of complete from the inside. So let's go ahead and head back on over to that little patch. We're going to mine more. +1 modifier to the iron pickaxe is always nice. And we're going to need definitely more stone than that. There we go. Let's go ahead and eat real quick. We did find a patch of gravel that we'll need, which is good. And maybe we can use this hole that we've made for something else later down the line. I think that could be a good idea. Let's go ahead and grab this gravel while we're here too. Not the most gravel in the world, which is a little disappointing, but make our way back on up here and go ahead and shove some of our quarried stone in the furnace to smelt. I don't know where I'm going to put my smelter so that it can look like a chimney, where it won't get in the way of stuff. I think that would probably have to be like a house expansion, but I don't want to do that for now, so I might actually do the whole temporary location thing, as annoying as it would be to empty out the smelter again. Sometimes you just have to do these things. So we're gonna make another chest so we can empty some more stuff out. Because I didn't actually grab the chests from the other place I was staying in. There we go. Grab our smelter supplies. And yeah, we're gonna do something outside to set this up, I think. Let's also grab some flint so that we can repair our axe and chop down some more trees. Maybe we'll just set up our smelter down here and call that good. Have a nice outdoor area for now. Because this isn't gonna be expanded in this direction, I think. Even though this would probably be the smarter direction to expand in. I should have thought about that, but whatever. So yeah, we can just set it up out here. Make ourselves a nice little 3x3. Oh my gosh. I'm so clumsy. And I need more iron to repair that. Wonderful. Just put that down right there and we can continue building up our lovely smelter. And actually, now that I think about it, I think the seared brick is a little darker than what I would probably want. So maybe we won't use that material. Just because I think it might clash with the lighter material we have for the base. We could probably use stone brick. That's what I'm planning on using for this front section here anyways. So that could be a good idea. Grab more of that. And go out here. There we go. There we go. And we're gonna want some wood to create some like arching stuff going on there. So we're gonna grab some stairs, those in. Nice, nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do stone brick. I think that's gonna be a good play. We do need a lot more of that, so I'm gonna leave that smelting. But I'm gonna pull out some more furnaces. Because I put those in here. And we're probably gonna move some of this stuff down here just because it is a little bit tight in space up there for now. Any more coal anywhere? I hope so. I'm gonna feel very silly not grabbing that coal in the other places. Here we go. Let's do it. And any more cobble? 100 total cobble is not gonna cut it, unfortunately. So we probably will need some more from somewhere. I guess we'll just see where it gets us for now. So we're gonna bring that off to the side and then do that. And we're just gonna put 16 in each of these and get that smelting so that we can start getting our cobble going. And yeah, I think I am sold on the stone bricks for the flooring and stuff. We should start with some magic when it gets to daytime. I think that would be very good. So once it lets us sleep, let's take a look at our view, huh? Anything interesting in the distance? Not that I can see. What's my render distance at? We're gonna pump that up a little bit. Doesn't seem like that's an issue, which is nice. Maybe it is an issue. Good grief. Wow. That is definitely an issue for now, but we will see how it feels after it's had some time to settle in. Because sometimes it's just laggy loading in all the chunks. So this is what our world map is looking like. I know I was kind of cutting around last episode, but this is where we were, and we traveled all the way through here, and then down here, and back on up here. Found this, and headed straight home. And actually, I should probably make a new waypoint for home. Oh, right, I already had a waypoint. We're going to vein mine the cobblestone from this and replace it with this nice accent wall. Hooray! And now let's start filling in some of this missing material here. Right, we still don't have the offhand, even though we have a bunch of new features. Unfortunate indeed. Okay, so our foundation looks solid on the outside. So this is gonna look very white down here until we get the stone brick stuff changed out. I do wish we had faster tools, but sometimes you could just kind of do whatever you can. And we're gonna bring this over like that. And let's see how the smelting upstairs is going. Very nice indeed. Yeah, so I think we're gonna call this a work in progress for now. And we're gonna start working on magic, because we did find those knowledge fragments last time, as mentioned in the quest book. So let's go ahead and pull that out. Wherever they were, it was in one of these backpacks. Here we go. Okay, I don't actually remember how to do this, so we're gonna grab the quest book. Okay, so I guess we'll start with the elemental manipulator, huh? That can't go poorly. Surely the wooden crafting table is not sufficient to do all your crafting. Ocean temples, monster slayer, energy beacons, refractory gems, lower layers. Okay, let's craft that weird crafting table thingy then, huh? Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at our chromatic craft. NEI, I think is the mod name. Casting table. It's stone, any of these fragments, and wood. Luckily we have some stone smelting down here. Even though we're using it for building, I think for the sake of magic, we can sacrifice a little bit for this noble pursuit. So we're gonna pull that out. And so we need, what is it, a crafting table? Stone. No? Here we go. I think I'm gonna save the one that we have less of, and I guess we'll put this down in the basement. So let's see, progress. Okay, I guess we'll take a look at our better questing book now that we got another achievement in here. Elemental manipulator. Try to find more fragments. Your first crystal tool, you'll be using this a lot. You can store blank fragments in the lexicon by holding them over the lexicon in your inventory and left-clicking. I guess... Ooh, it's getting dark. Let's go to bed. I need to light up my upper floor, because otherwise things are going to be scary. Very quickly, actually, it could get. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, here's my idea right now. We had a scary orb thing somewhere. Right? So maybe we need to find... Oh, hello. Maybe we need to find the scary orb thingy and use our elemental manipulator on it. Perhaps that would help us out in beginning this process. There is one on this island, if I remember correctly. So we're gonna go find that and see what we can do. Over there. Might be over there. I don't know why the sky keeps turning yellow. It's quite interesting. Cherry tree there. And that's a chest in a tree right there, I saw. Okay. Hello. Oh, that's wood. It just looks a lot like a chest. I should be full health before going over to this orb thing like I'm planning on. In the meantime, let's try to clear out our main inventory here a little bit. Here we go. Oh shoot! Wow! Sulfray. What is sulfray? I'm very worried about what it's gonna happen when we try to go get our stuff. It looks like sucking up the energy there very much accelerated our demise. I'm hoping it wasn't just because of how close we were, because if it is, we might be in a little bit of trouble. No, get out of there, get out of there. No, get away. Oh my gosh. I think we had some items drop. Shoot. I don't think we picked everything up, but I don't know what we're missing. We do have all 3 of our backpacks, which is good. We do have our sword. Oh, we didn't get our pickaxe or our shovel. That's a problem. So we're gonna have to... I'm gonna deposit everything, and then I'm gonna run back over. I am wondering why the sky's turning yellow so much. I wonder if it's because of the increased render distance. Dang, this house looks ugly on the outside. I need to add some detailing. Break it up a little bit. Okay. Yep, we're depositing everything into this chest, or I guess a couple of chests. That went very wrong. And yeah, we're gonna go back to where we died. Grab our stuff. We're gonna be very careful not to take any damage on our way down. So that was scary. That was very scary, bad stuff. And I'm really hoping that we're not gonna get there and just immediately die. Alright, hold on. Oh! Hold on. Is it like a clear line of sight that's causing me to die? Get out. We are still missing the pickaxe, which is upsetting. This is bad. This is really bad. Nutmeg? Can I eat that? I know it's a spice. It seems very weird that I can eat that, but I'm not complaining because that's all I have right now. Okay, it doesn't let you mine the ones that aren't ready as fast, which is very cool. We're about to go round 2 with picking stuff up here. There's the pickaxe. Run! Okay. Good grief. I think that's everything. I don't think there was anything else over there. But, wow! I'm gonna have to study up on this mod! Because that hurt a lot. Like a lot. We're home safe and sound. Well, relatively safe. We did die, in fact. So we're gonna reorganize our hotbar here. That was... crazy. I don't know what we're looking for with this. What if we were to try to suck up that little magic thing from afar? That might not be a bad idea. Or maybe it's a terrible idea. Honestly, I don't know. I'm frankly surprised that I did not get killed multiple times there. So, you know, I will take the wins where we can find them. I'm glad we have gravestones. I do wonder if I need a clear line of sight, which scares me because it looks like that thing needs a clear line of sight to just murder you. I also do wonder if it was sort of provoked, in a sense, because I tried to suck it up. This is probably going to be the last thing we do in this episode, because we're about to hit that hour that I'm trying to limit recording time to. Oh, it's getting night. We gotta hurry back. Though I do wonder, maybe we could get some monsters with this thing? I don't really know what I'm doing with it. I'm kind of just assuming that it can suck up something, just based on, I guess, it's a wand and we're like doing something with it. But maybe we're actually aiming something that we just don't have any projectiles for. It's also night and very dark, and I can barely see, and that's concerning. We do see a couple zombies popping up on the map. Oh my gosh, this is... I can't see. I cannot see. I just hope we don't get home and then there's a creeper inside, because I don't know how well I've lit it up in there, and it looks like we're not going to be able to sleep tonight very easily. Okay, let's go ahead and light up what we can inside the house then, at least. Just to make sure everything's nice and safe in here. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I hope you enjoyed as much as I had playing it. I hope to get more into magic, or tech, or maybe both in the next episode. Now that we've got the basis of our home set up. I'll probably try to get the floor swapped out during the time between episodes, just because that's sort of a slow task. And you already know what I'm going to be doing with it. And I'm also going to finish out the walls with this, this fitted quarried stone stuff. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.